everyone, it's Alicia. Oh, I'm Alicia. I'm going to teach you guys today how to make a baby hat using loom knit circles. This is just a regular baby hat. You can add pom-poms to the top of this and decorations on the sides if you want, but I'm just going to show you how to do a regular hat. Now the supplies you're going to need are scissors. I took a casing of the pen and I'm going to use that just to help it thread in and out of the pegs. You're going to need a hook, a needle, and a needle threader to help you thread the needle. And I also going to use a bottle to hold my yarn. And then of course the yarn. What I did is, my grandma taught me how to do this, to put your yarn in a bottle so it stays nice and neat instead of being all flimsy like this. It's holding up in the bottle. So what you do is I cut the paper off the plastic off the bottle, and then I cut the white glue part out just so it's prettier, and cut a square out, and then you can take your yarn and just put it in there and thread out through the hole.
Good idea. From a crocheter, I'm going to steal that idea.
You would think she would have taught me that 36 years ago when I met her.
Okay, now to start it, I'm going to take this orange yarn right here, and I'm going to show you how to start. So I'm going to take my pen and just thread the yarn through my pen. If this is difficult for you, you can take a needle, thread it through the needle, and then thread the needle through the pen. And then you want to make a slip knot on the end. And put that on the outside hook right here. And then I'm always going to work to the left of my work. And I'm going to put it in my left hand. So I'm going to take the pen all the way to the hole, and we're going to go around towards yourself. So I'm going to go under the first peg, which is to the left, around it, and then to the next one. And then around it and to the next one, and you're going to go all the way around to your back to the beginning. And then with loom projects, you always want to make sure that you have 2 hoops around your loom so you can take it off. So I'm just going to go all the way around again until I come back to the beginning. And once I'm there, I'm going to secure it by where I put the slip knot. I'm just going to go around that a few times so it doesn't fall off. Then I'm going to take my hook, and you're going to pull the bottom loop over the top loop and off. And it's going to be a little difficult. Your first one's always a little difficult, so you have to tug it a little bit and pull it off. And then it just pops right off. And then the next ones, and after that, it's just really easy for those to come off. And you just take the bottom one over the top one and off of the peg. And you do that all the way around to the beginning. Now there's multiple looms out there. There's circle ones like this. There are rectangular ones, square ones. You can do all kinds of projects with them. You don't just have to make baby hats. You can make scarves and blankets. You can even make a teddy bear. So once you are all the way back to the beginning, all you do is I just unhook it from where the slip knot is, and I just go around again and make sure you have 2 loops on every peg. And then once you have all the way around, you just do the same thing. I secure it to where the slip knot is, and then you just go all the way around by pulling the bottom one over the front one and off. And then when you get all the way around, what you can do is, you don't need the slip knot on here, so you can just take it off and push it under your work and to the back of the loom circle. And once you have so much length where you want to do the brim of the hat like this, then when you come over here, then what you want to do is I'm going to push all my work through it. And this is my beginning. I just took the slip knot out of it, and I'm going to take it and put it in between of my work and the pegs. So we're going to hide it. And you just do that, and then you want to take the first loop you did on the very first round, and you want to connect it to the first loop. It's usually right in front of the peg, or it's usually to the left of the peg. So you just put it right on there, and you want to do that all the way around with the first pegs you've done, with the first loops you did on each peg. Make sure that you're hiding your slip knot string in the center of them. You go all the way around. Now, depending on how big your project is how big of loom you're going to use and how longer the project will actually take. So we're going to go all the way around. And then, since I told you that you always want to have 2 loops around it, since when we finish we'll have 2 loops, right like that. Now you can just take your needle and just take it off. So we're going to go to the beginning peg, take the bottom one over the top one, and pull it off. And you do that all the way around. And then that is doing your brim. You don't have to add the brim if you don't want to. I like it. I think it gives it something extra. And you can put decorations on the brim instead of the actual hat. So you go all the way around until it's done, and then you just keep going until you have a length like this. Until you have what your project is going to be lengthwise. Since this is the baby hat, I usually just take another baby hat, measure it up to it, see how long it's going to be, if I need to add more or not. And now, to take it off the loom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it with my needle and my needle threader. Just put it through. And then just pull it out, and it's threaded. And then you take your work and you're going to pull it towards you. So there's little notches on each peg where you can put your needle, and you just put it right down in there and pull the first one off. And you want to pull the first one off, which is where you did the first loop when you started, to the left of the peg. So we're just going to pull it off and then push it through. Push it all the way to the front. And then you do it to the next one. Put it under, pull it all the way to the end. Now you don't have to go to the store and buy a specific needle for it. You can just use regular sewing needles. But you go all the way across until you're back to the beginning, and then it'll come off of the loom. It takes a little while, but once you get the hang of it, you can fly through this stuff. We're almost there. And if you're worried about this string hanging, don't be. It will all pull out when you pull it off. And then after that's when I usually add the pom-poms to the top of them, or the decorations on the side where the brim is. So now we're at the end. Alright, off of the whole loom. Now what you can do is keep your needle still on the yarn, but you want to pull. I just hold on to the base and then just pull the yarn, and then it all closes together.
Oh, that's cute.
So you can see there's no hole, and if there is, you just pull a little tighter, and there's your top of your hat. And then when you do it, this will be the inside of it, and then the outside will look like this. But I think the inside is actually cuter because you can see the little line of the hat, of the brim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my needle, put it through the top of it, and just flip it over so this becomes the inside right here. So this part is now the inside of the hat. And then you just sew it and weave it in and out to close the hole up. And then go on the other side and close the hole up. And then you can tie it off. And then just tie it off. And then turn the hat right side out. And there you go. You have a baby hat.
That's cute. Very cute.
I hope you guys take this project and do it for yourself. I bought these at the store. They came in a pack of 5, I think, different sizes for $10. And it actually came with the hook and your needle. Yeah, your hook and your needle. And I started doing baby hats. So I hope you guys take it and do it. And thanks for being here.